Have you noticed how the mind can hold on to old guilt even when your life has already moved on? And have you noticed how the heart wants to forgive, yet it still tightens the moment a memory returns? Welcome back to the channel. Settle in, and let us take this journey together. Today, we are going to explore two simple truths. First, deep healing is often not about finding the perfect explanation. It is about changing the inner relationship with pain through steady practice. Second, forgiveness is not a favor you give to someone else. It is a gift you give your own nervous system so it can stop living in constant defense. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. If you can, let the exhale be a little longer, like you are gently telling the body that it can stand down. Feel the support beneath you, the chair, the bed, the floor, the steady contact that reminds you you are here now. There are times when we think healing must be complicated. We think we need to replay every detail, understand every motive, solve every mystery, prove every point. But sometimes the mind uses complexity as a way to stay in control. It keeps moving, so it does not have to feel. It keeps analyzing, so it does not have to soften. Oponopono is a practice that invites the opposite, not forcing, not overanalyzing, not wrestling. Instead, it offers simple phrases as a doorway to release. Simple does not mean shallow. Simple can be a straight path to the heart. The phrases are often shared like this: I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Tonight, or today, we will explore how these phrases can become a gentle rhythm that loosens the grip of shame, anger, resentment, and fear. We will use them not as a performance, not as a superstition, but as a practice of intention and inner alignment. Now I want to be clear. These phrases do not mean you blame yourself for everything. They also do not mean you allow harm to continue. Boundaries still matter. Truth still matters. Accountability still matters. The purpose here is inner release. The release of the extra suffering that keeps living inside your body long after the event is over. So we begin with grounding. Notice the body. Where is the body holding? Jaw, shoulders, throat, chest, belly, hands. Name it softly. Tight, guarded, heavy, restless, numb. Then offer a small permission. 1% softer is enough. Now notice the breath. Let it arrive on its own. Inhale, exhale. Each exhale can be a small letting go. Let me tell you a story. Imagine a person carrying a locked suitcase. The suitcase is not huge, but it is heavy. The person carries it everywhere, to work, to school, into relationships, into sleep. The suitcase contains old words they heard, old moments they regret, old scenes they wish they could erase. The person does not open it often, but they always carry it because they believe carrying it is responsibility. They believe carrying it is proof they care. They believe carrying it is how they stay safe from repeating the past. But the suitcase is leaking, not visible on the outside, but it leaks into the body as tension, into the mind as replay, into the heart as guardedness. The person begins to notice that even on good days, their shoulders ache. Even in loving moments, the chest stays tight. Even during rest, the mind keeps checking the locks. One day, the person sits down and admits the truth. I am tired. This is a holy moment, not religious, but honest. Tiredness can be wisdom. It can be the mind and body saying, it is time to change the method. A wise friend sits beside them and says, you do not have to open every detail right now. You can begin by changing your relationship with what you carry. You can begin with four simple phrases, repeated with sincerity. The person is skeptical. The mind likes complicated solutions, but the body is tired enough to try. So the person places a hand on the suitcase and whispers, "I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you." Nothing dramatic happens at first, but the shoulders drop a little, the breath deepens a little, the inner atmosphere becomes less sharp. The person realizes that these phrases are not about the suitcase itself. They are about the one who has been carrying it. That is where the healing begins. Now, let us practice with your own inner suitcase. Bring to mind something that still feels unfinished. Keep it light, not the biggest thing. Something you can touch without drowning. Maybe a conflict, maybe a regret, maybe a mistake, maybe a relationship that left a mark, maybe a moment you still judge yourself for. Now notice what happens in your body as you bring it to mind. The body will speak. Maybe the chest tightens, maybe the throat closes, maybe the belly drops, maybe the face warms. Just notice. Now we begin the phrase rhythm. Slowly. First phrase, I am sorry. This can mean many things. It can mean I am sorry for how this has hurt. I am sorry for how long I have carried this. I am sorry for the ways I have abandoned myself inside. I am sorry for the ways I have added extra suffering by replaying. Notice how different this is from self-blame. It is not saying you are bad. It is saying you recognize pain. It is about reality. So say it's awfully in the mind. I am sorry. Now breathe. Second phrase, please forgive me. Again, this is not begging for approval from someone who harmed you. This is an inner request for release. Please forgive me for holding myself hostage. Please forgive me for punishing myself endlessly. Please forgive me for believing I had to carry this forever. Forgiveness here is not erasing consequences. It is releasing poison. So say it's awfully. Please forgive me. Now breathe. Third phrase, thank you. This can sound strange at first, especially when pain is involved. But gratitude here is not gratitude for harm. It is gratitude for learning, for surviving, for having a chance to change, for having a heart that still wants to heal, for having breath in this moment. Gratitude shifts the nervous system. It widens attention. It reminds the mind that the story is not only danger, it is also resilience. So say it's awfully. Thank you. Now breathe. Fourth phrase, I love you. This is not romantic. This is not performative. This is a simple declaration of care. It is the adult you speaking to the wounded part of you. I love you enough to stop hurting you. I love you enough to let you rest. I love you enough to choose a wiser path. So say it's awfully. I love you. Now breathe. We will repeat the cycle again. And as we repeat, allow the phrases to sink below the thinking mind. Let them touch the body. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now, I want to explain why this can feel powerful, even though it is simple. Because much of our suffering is not only what happened. It is the inner stance we hold afterward. The stance might be clenched. The stance might be defensive. The stance might be self-attacking. The stance might be revenge. The stance might be endless bargaining. These phrases gently change stance. They move you from war to reconciliation inside your own chest. And when the inner war softens, you often become clearer about what to do externally too. Clear boundaries, honest conversations, wise distance, practical repair, self-care. These become easier when the nervous system is not burning. Now let us bring in cause and effect. Every time you replay the same resentment, you strengthen the resentment pathway. Every time you rehearse self-blame, you strengthen the shame pathway. Every time you soften and repeat a compassionate phrase, you strengthen the healing pathway. So the real power of this practice is repetition. You do not need a perfect session. You need a steady return. Now let me give you a daily life example. Imagine you are about to fall asleep and suddenly a memory appears. The mind starts replaying. The body tightens. You feel that familiar heat of shame or anger. Instead of wrestling, you pause. You feel the bed. You exhale slowly. You repeat the phrases quietly. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Then you return to the breath. This interrupts the loop. It tells the nervous system, we are not doing this more tonight. We are resting. Another daily life example. You see someone online. You feel jealousy or resentment. Your mind starts comparing. Your chest tightens. Pause. Exhale. Repeat the phrases. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Notice what happens. The comparison may still be there, but it becomes less sharp. You remember you are on your own path. You remember that your worth is not a scoreboard. Another daily life example. You feel guilty for a mistake. You want to punish yourself. Pause. Hand on heart. Repeat the phrases. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Then add one wise sentence. I can learn without cruelty. This is how you use the practice as skillful means, a simple tool that turns the mind toward wisdom. Now, some people worry that forgiveness means losing strength, but real forgiveness often requires more strength than anger does. Anger can feel powerful, but it is often a flame that burns the one holding it. Forgiveness is not passive. Forgiveness is choosing not to let the past drive your nervous system like a stolen car. And again, forgiveness does not remove boundaries. You can forgive and still say no. You can forgive and still leave. You can forgive and still protect yourself. The inner release and the outer boundary can coexist. Now, let us do a deeper round of the phrases with more intention. As you say, I am sorry, allow it to touch the place in your body that feels heavy. As you say, please forgive me, allow it to touch the place that feels tight. As you say, thank you, allow it to touch the place that feels tired. As you say, I love you, allow it to touch the place that feels alone. Now repeat slowly. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You may notice emotion, sadness, relief, tenderness, resistance, or nothing. All responses are allowed. The goal is not a specific feeling. The goal is creating a safe inner environment where feelings can move without turning into a prison. Now let me tell you another story. Imagine a garden behind your house. You have not visited it in a long time. You were busy. You were hurt. You were surviving. Weeds grew. The soil became dry. You started believing the garden was ruined. One day you step into it again. You do not rage at the weeds. You do not shame the soil. You simply begin. You pull one weed. You water one corner. You remove one dead branch. Then you stop. You rest. The next day you return and do one more small thing. After weeks, green appears, not because the garden was perfect, but because you returned. The garden responds to steady care. Your heart is like that garden. Even if it feels overgrown with old pain, it can respond to steady care. Oponopono is one way of watering, not the only way, but a gentle way. Now, as we move toward the closing, I want to leave you with a realistic expectation. This practice does not erase life. It does not make you immune to disappointment. It does not make every relationship easy. What it does is change the inner atmosphere so you can meet life with less reactivity and more wisdom. And that is real healing. Healing is not never being triggered. Healing is being triggered and returning faster to clarity, compassion, and wise action. So take this with you. When you feel stuck, repeat the phrases. When you feel ashamed, repeat the phrases. When you feel angry, repeat the phrases. When you feel lonely, repeat the phrases. Not to bypass reality, but to soften the inner fight so you can respond well. Now take one more slow breath in and one more slow breath out. Feel the support under you. Feel the presence of your own awareness. Now offer the phrases one final time in a calm whisper inside. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. As we come to the end, notice what has shifted, even slightly. Maybe the chest softened. Maybe the shoulders dropped. Maybe the breath became easier. Maybe you simply feel less alone inside. Do not chase a big outcome. Respect small changes. That is how practice becomes a life. Before we finish, I want to share why so many people resonate with a practice like this. Because many of us were trained to be hard on ourselves. We were trained to believe pressure equals progress. We were trained to believe kindness must be earned. And we were trained to believe that if we keep punishing ourselves, we will prevent future pain. But punishment rarely creates wisdom. Punishment creates fear, and fear creates clinging. Compassion creates space. Space creates clarity. Clarity creates better choices. Better choices create better cause and effect. Over time, that becomes a different life. So if you are listening and you feel tired of carrying the suitcase, let this be your permission to set it down for a moment. Not forever, not as denial, just as relief. Then return again tomorrow, then again the day after, and slowly the grip loosens. If this helped you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment with what you noticed. Share your story as well, because someone else might hear your words and feel less alone. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, take care.